5 Best Smartphones Launched in 2016. These gadgets are not likely to get obsolete despite the launches that will happen later in the year. We are in the second half of 2016, and have seen some very impressive smartphones this year. However, this is the worst possible time to be searching for a new phone. This is because at the time of the year when some of the flagships have become months old, some are from last year, and with almost half the year remaining, there are some enticing launches still in the pipeline. So you're bound to be left with the sinking question, what if my phone gets obsolete in the next few months? Well, I am here to simplify your decision-making process. Here's a list of the best smartphones that have been launched in 2016, which are not likely to get obsolete despite the launches that will happen later in the year. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy S7. I've said this time and again. The Galaxy S7 isn't just the best Android smartphone in the world, it is the best smartphone in the world. Period. Samsung's High Priestess elegantly mixes classy looks, beastly performance, the best camera ever seen on a phone, and decent battery life in a complete package. It is also water resistant. It is as close to smartphone perfection as one can ever get. Of course, later in the year, Apple will have its rebuttal, but I feel the folks at Cupertino will have their work cut out beating the Galaxy from Seoul. Number 2. OnePlus 3. The recently launched OnePlus 3 is the very definition of what we can call a giant killing act. Amongst a sea of Goliath brands like Samsung, Apple, and LG, the new OnePlus 3 is a giant killing David. It has the finish of an expensive phone, fully clad in aluminium. It has the hardware features of an expensive phone, the best processor, the largest amount of RAM ever seen in a smartphone, 6 GB, and even 64 GB storage with a camera that can match that of the iPhone SE, and it performs like one to boot, but for almost half the price of the so-called expensive phones, Rs. 27,999. OnePlus says you should never settle, but maybe it is time to settle down with the OnePlus 3. Number 3. Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 is what I will describe as the perfect budget smartphone. It looks classy in its metal body and has an extremely fast fingerprint scanner which works better than the iPhone 6s Plus. You can have 20-odd apps running at the same time and play heavy-duty games without breaking a sweat. All that was enough to get it on this list, but we've not even talked about its most impressive feature, which is its category-defining 4000 mAh battery that can outlast 2 iPhone 6s models on a single charge. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 will cost you a very affordable Rs. 12,000. Number 4. Moto G4 Plus. If you're on a budget and you want the best possible software and camera, then look no further than the new Moto G4 Plus. It is a phone that even manages to tick the performance checkbox. When you use the Moto G4 Plus, you get the feeling and user experience of Google's flagship devices, which offer possibly the best software experience that you can get on any phone, the iPhone included. But more than this, its camera comes very close to that of the iPhone. For less than Rs. 20,000, this phone is for the serial Instagrammer. Number 5. Apple iPhone SE. If you're old school and like a small phone, then the new iPhone SE is the one for you. It has more or less the same features as the iPhone SE minus the pressure-sensitive display and a few other things. It is a throwback to the type of phones that we used to see 3 years ago, phones that easily fit in our pockets and could be used with a single hand. Apple describes it as the most powerful 4-inch smartphone in the world, and it is dead right because it packs scorching fast performance, a very capable rear camera, and the best battery life ever seen on an iPhone. The iPhone 7 is expected in September, but it will not be a compact phone like the SE, and a successor for the SE should only be expected in 2017. Thanks for watching, and For more videos please subscribe.